every once in a while we get a chance to step up to the plate and meet a new client. And sometimes you hit home run, and sometimes we strike out. Now, earlier this week, I got a request to see a house through the internet. And it is my practice is that I get back as fast as possible. So within a minute, I texted back to this person and said, got your request to see the house in Eden Prairie. I have passed this on to my Eden Prairie expert, and he will be contacting you shortly. So far so good. I get a call about 2 hours later from the agent and said, Kevin, really appreciate you thinking of me and giving me this lead, but the house was already had an offer on it, so I didn't contact this potential client. And I'm thinking, swing and a miss, strike one. Thing is, and I asked him that instead of thinking of this as being an immediate sale, view this as being a potential client that you can work with. Maybe it's not going to happen today, but it can happen in the future. So he said, yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that. So I gave it a day, and I got back to him and said, well, so how did it go? Were you able to hook up with this guy? And the agent said, well, I sent him an email and said, do you want to go look at houses this weekend? And I'm thinking, swing and a miss, strike two. First of all, working with internet buyers is like playing with feral cats. They want something from you, but as soon as you get too close, they scatter into the wind. So asking someone, do you want to go see houses this weekend, probably isn't the best approach to get a new client. I guess what I would have recommended, and actually I did recommend, is call up the person, don't email them, and when you call, never leave a voicemail, at least for the first 3 times. So, because you want to talk to them. But if you finally get a hold of this person, say, I'm so sorry, the house that you're looking at already has an offer on it. And perhaps you didn't know this because of the website you're going through doesn't have current information. Would you like me to set you up an auto email campaign directly into MLS so that you can get a feed that is not burdened down with contingent offers or houses that really aren't on the market? Just give me your email address, I'll set it up for you, and you'll start getting more accurate information. Start to add some value to this. The other thing you might say is, by the way, I noticed too, this house happened to sell really quickly. In my opinion, it was undervalued. I worked this neighborhood quite a bit, and it sold immediately because I thought it was about $10,000 underpriced. Would you like me to start searching this neighborhood based on the parameters that you've got and look for another undervalued house and give you a call? So you've done 2 things here. You're building a relationship and you're adding value because you're talking with the person. This is what we do. I've said it a million times, we want to add value, build relationships, and that's how you get clients. So, in general, when you're working with internet leads, one, you got to be timely. You got to get back to people right away. Like I said, 97% chance of catching them at the computer or on the phone if you're back within 5 minutes. And then do everything you can to build a relationship. Find ways of keeping in contact. Find ways of adding value always, and then setting up some campaigns so that you have an opportunity to always keep in contact. Because many internet buyers, they're not ready. Now, this guy was ready to go into the house today, but most internet leads, they're 12 to 18 months out before they're getting into your car. So you need to, and again, I know I'm repeating myself, but build a relationship, add value, stay in contact, and you're going to get some more business this way, and you'll be hitting home runs. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's be better today.